Want to do is, instead of making a snowball, you want to make a ball out of love. That's how easy it is. You visualize yourself or your grandmother or someone who could be in Buenos Aires, London. It wouldn't make any difference because this goes beyond time and space. You visualize them, or you visualize yourself right in front of you, or your father who may have cancer, whoever it is that you want to send love to. And you visualize them right in front of you, and you make a snowball out of love. Just visualize it and conceive of the highest form of love you can. I use the kind of mantra, absolute, unconditional, infinite, divine love, the highest love you can conceive of. You pack it into whoever it is you want to send it to, and they will feel the effect. It's that simple. You don't need 20 years of Reiki training to be able to do this. Everyone here in the audience can do this today, and by doing that, you'll raise your vibration, and everyone will be benefit from that.
Thank you. Well, again, we're back to our ability to respond instead of our ability to react and act by reliving events. You're choosing how you respond to events by first filling up your own love batteries every day by tuning in to yourself or wherever you want to send love. And as a light worker, and what we're all here to do really is to understand the immense power of love frequency. We all have this capacity as we keep feeling and focusing in our energy and our thoughts on love. So the power is within each of you and each of us to join together in this frequency. And keep in mind, dis-ease is typically a denial or blockage of allowing love. So every day a choice of allowing more love instead of denying yourself the love or blocking it because of fear. Your vulnerability is valuable.
Dr. John, I heard you didn't answer that question. Dr. John. And you guys, please. Oh, I was gone, so I apologize.
Thank you. Thank you, David.
Love.
It's a beautiful message. Thank you. So the first part of the question, spiritual awakening. I believe a miracle is something that happens that defies the laws of the third dimension, that simply can't possibly happen. And I've seen so many of those in my life that one of the lessons I took from that was, we don't just talk to the universe, talk to God, talk to Spirit. Spirit talks to us. God talks to us. And if we can open up our minds and learn each and every day, all day long, to ask, what should I do now? What's my guidance? You'll start to get your guidance, whether it comes as knowingness, feelings, you hear things. It doesn't matter. You'll receive the information if you're looking for it. If you ask a question, you'll get the answer, but you got to look for the answer. And some of my biggest spiritual experiences were very clearly to show me that God talks to me, not just me talking to God, and to follow that and to live my entire life from that place of, what do you want me to do now, God? I wake up in the morning and that's what I say. What do you want me to do now? Every single day I wake up and I pray and ask for guidance every single day. And that's the way I've been living my life for a long time. As far as tools go, everybody needs many, many tools. Like one of our real doctors here said, there's many different traumas. There's many different traumas that we've got. Well, every teacher is a doctor, because in Latin, doctor and teacher are the same, right? That's what a doctorate is. So we all need many different tools to clear all the different traumas we've been through. Ancestral traumas, past life traumas, if you believe in that, it doesn't matter. You know that you have traumas from before your childhood.
We get ancestral traumas too from our ancestors?
Yes, we inherit in our DNA traumas from our parents. Absolutely, no question about it. That's why you see repeating patterns in families. So we have to erase all of those. When I talked earlier about we need to let go of the negative belief systems and lack consciousness, that's a big part of what I'm talking about. But it's not just mentally. It's mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. We got to let go of the past traumas that do live on our tissue. And you need many different tools. There's 3 tools I use all the time, almost every day. One of them is called the 7 Steps to Reprogramming Yourself, which I downloaded because it wasn't available and I needed it. I could not live in the body I was in, experiencing the trauma that I grew up in over and over every single day. The next one is called the 5-Step Emotional Eraser. It's really a retuning and fine-tuning of something that usually takes an hour, and you can do it in 30 seconds. And you can erase a very severe trauma very quickly. And you can even stack traumas and erase 100 in a day. And then finally, the third one is where you blow up energy. And that came from Louis Bostwick. And I'm going to be sharing how to do that tomorrow during my talk, which is called Why Your Life Is the Way It Is. And we're going to look at how and why you actually manifest your problems and or successes, and how to erase the recurring problems so you can manifest the things that you truly desire in your heart, which really is how can we raise our consciousness as fast as possible on our own so we can do exactly what she said, be the peace, be the change you wish to see in the world by raising our own vibration. Every time you clear one major trauma, you're not just clearing it for yourself. You are shifting the consciousness that we're all part of, the energy consciousness that we're all connected into. So you're actually changing the world when you heal yourself. And that's what I hope that we'll all continue to do together. Thank you.
I'm sorry, I want to ask you, is this the closing statement you guys doing? Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that. I apologize. I'm not closing any panel. I'm just asking.
She brought us the perfect
how much
question.
Time you guys want to? I want to know how much more time the speakers would like to be here, so we can adjust the timing. Is 5 to 10.
If I can speak for my friends, I think we're wrapping it up now, right?
Okay.
So her last question was about cancer, and I know you're coming to the Solution Weekend that we're doing in May, and there's a humongous component on cancer in the Solution Weekend. That question will be answered so powerfully during the 2 days that we'll probably have a good cry together. Okay? But I know that this doctor is going to share something with you now, but I just want to give you that heads up.
Thank you.
Well, speaking for the male gender here, going to the hospital on the day of my birth was something that I left the hospital minus something, and it was not a pleasant experience. But I don't remember any of it. But consciously, thank you. But I do believe that was the beginning of the trauma-based world that I entered. Mm-hmm. That's right. And what I went through for the first 16 years was a realization of fighting back. I was a leader in many causes. I had a lot of physical ailments as a child. I had 2 hernias the first year. I had asthma. Both parents smoked. I had polio at age 6. And each one of those experiences shaped me to a large degree to my perspective of the world today. But the tool that I gained was at 16 when I challenged my belief of this strange universe and realized what an incredible, wonderful universe that we are a part of. I had several events at that age that left me with a whole new awareness that had you not had those events happen, you would be going through life much longer with that pain and suffering feeling. I was at least aware of the pain and the suffering feeling, that problem that you have in your throat as it's trying to come out, and that feeling of sorrow above your heart. But at the same time, I had this other awareness that was counterbalancing that. But it wasn't until I hit probably 35 that I actually overcame that feeling, that sorrow, and came to a much more and better place in my life where I could accept the universe for the incredible, wonderful experience that we're getting out of this. Mm-hmm. So, thank you.
Thank you. When I was 7 years old, my mother contracted cancer, and it was breast cancer. And of course, being a child, I didn't really understand what was happening. I just remember her screams of pain every single night because our house was relatively small. And it kept me up, and I became